My name is Cassidy, and I'm going to be reacting to John Krasinski's episode 4 of Some Good News. So let's go ahead and take a look.
With only minutes left before going on, I can honestly tell you, I have never been more scared in my entire life. Not only was I going live for the first time ever, but I was quite literally the least prepared human on earth to do so. So what did I do? I hit start.
So I think his mentality going into this of just hitting start, just going with it, just trying something new is really something that we talk about a lot in the literature that we read surrounding teaching as action and critical hope, and how good teachers and good educators are able to push their students to do something that might be out of their comfort zone, that might be something they've never done before. And I think even though John Krasinski isn't an educator, he is an educator in his own sense, particularly within the comedic field, within comedy, within his role in the office and how that played out later on in like our generation through memes, through social media. And I think it just goes to show that his devotion as someone who's not even a student currently and wanting to provide a great prom for the seniors who are graduating from high school, this class of 2020, I think it just goes to show how impactful education is within all of our lives. It's just really heartwarming to know that there are people outside of education who care and who want to give these students some hope and some normalcy within this uncertainty. So let's keep watching to see who he invites.
He's pretty confident that I can play this, Rain. So, oh, are you surprised that I have Chance the Rapper at my prom? Rain, are you crying? I think you're crying.
Just a little bit.
I love you, Rain Wilson. I love you, Chance. Guys, this is a beautiful moment. Prom 2020!
Man, I swear my life is perfect. I can merge it. If I die, I'll probably cry in my own service.
Dude, thank you so much for stopping by. Rain, you're the worst, and I told you that I could do whatever I want on this show.
So I think just seeing how many people tuned in live for this prom, dressing up, wearing their clothes that they would have worn to prom. I've seen videos even where people had Zoom calls with their friends watching this prom, and I think that's such a great example of what giving hope to students really means during this time. And it shows us that, yes, of course, our project itself focuses on teachers, but really we want to focus also on this greater picture that anyone and everyone can take education into their own hands to provide hope for others. So let's fast forward a little.
Let's go!
Hello.
Wait, we're missing a Jonas. Hold on. Wait,
Kevin.
Kevin, where are you?
Kevin!
Kevin, wait a
Kevin!
minute, Kevin. Kevin!
It's Home Alone all over again.
Full Jonas! Yeah!
Well,
We're
Jonas. Since we never went to prom, and because we want to share this experience with everyone staying safe at home, we could potentially do one of our songs, if that's all right. Try to turn this party up a notch.
That would be the best thing I've ever heard.
Let's do it.
Rain, let's do it. All right, guys. Hold on.
Oh, he's got a nice house. Look at that stonework.
Change the weather, yeah. I'm feeling heat in December when you found deep. Been dancing on top of cars, stumbling out of bars, follow you through the dark and getting up. You're the medicine and the pain.
Oh my God. So we can see here that people are zooming to this. And I think it's so funny that they're zooming because we keep talking about how there's the boomer generation on social media. And now we have the Zoomer generation, which is our generation, which is currently using Zoom to go to class. And I think that's just so funny. And it's really entertaining to see how we're using technology to help us gain a sense of normalcy and to stay connected with others. Like when we see here in the Zoom meeting, we've got other students, other friends joining together to give each other hope, and how they're almost being each other's teachers. They're trying to teach each other how to be happy, how to gain a sense of normalcy, gain a sense of social connectedness, and get back that high school experience that they wish they could have in the typical normal sense, but they now can't have. And I think that that's really exciting to see, in terms of what we think about when we think of the words teaching is action and critical hope. And during this pandemic in particular, we know that a lot of teachers have been utilizing Zoom to connect with their students. As a Berkeley student, I'm using Zoom to connect with my teachers, my professors, my GSIs, so that I can be on top of course material, but also be able to check in and see how am I doing mentally and how is that coinciding with my education. And I think it's really important to show that, yes, we think of Zoom as something that's like, oh, a way to use online class. But as we see here with John Krasinski and the Some Good News virtual prom, we see that Zoom is really being used as a platform to elevate hope during this time, and how it was once used as something for education and as an educational platform, but it's now being used as something to create social connectedness and being able to do activities with your friends that you normally wouldn't be able to do because of the social distancing and quarantine shelter in place. And so I think it's really exciting to see how critical hope manifests in many different ways and many different aspects, and how we can band together during this time to be each other's supporters, to be each other's teachers, to be each other's students, to be each other's friends, to be each other's family. And I think that I really wanted to react to this video because I wanted to show other people that critical hope is something that manifests within all of us. And even though there are times where it feels like it's really difficult to go with, that there is light, and that even though this is a difficult time, we're able to get through this. And that's just really important, like seeing this video, how critical hope can be within anyone and everyone, and they don't necessarily need to be that same teacher we think of in the typical classroom. So that's all for me. Thank you.